Welcome back to Upper 90, where I am in celebration mode because it has finally happened. The greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi, has come to MLS to join Inter Miami, a move that has been rumored for years, but is finally happening this summer. So let's talk about what it means for Inter Miami, what it means for the league, and of course, what the actual deal is that is bringing Messi to Miami. And the best place to start is with what Messi had to say himself earlier today as I record this, and I will not waste your time reading all of these quotes. You can pause and do that if you'd like to, but I will tell you what the important points are. That is basically that he wanted to go back to Barcelona, but due to the club's issues registering players with La Liga, which would take a whole nother video to explain, he doesn't want to risk anything with the future of his career, and more importantly, doesn't want to cause any more issues for Barcelona in trying to register him and pay for his wages. So with that being said, if it was a money decision, he would have gone to Saudi Arabia, where he had a massive offer on the table, something that we have never seen before in football outside of potentially Cristiano Ronaldo, which wasn't quite as high. And he said if the decision was based on money, he would have gone there. And if he wanted to stay in Europe, he had many offers to stay there. But this decision was not made based on money. This decision was made based on where his family wanted to be, which currently is in Miami. And he has said he will eventually move back to Barcelona, but right now it is Miami. So what exactly is the contract that Messi is going to sign? Well, it is important to start with the fact that this is not a normal contract that is simply based on money. There are a lot more factors going into this, starting with the fact that Messi is going to receive a profit sharing revenue from both Apple in their MLS season pass deal and Adidas when it comes to the jersey and footwear sales from the MLS, which of course they are the official partner of the entire league. So what that means is Lionel Messi will be getting a percentage of the league-wide jersey sales because, of course, he will not only be boosting his own jersey sales at Miami, the entire team in Miami, but he will really be boosting the jersey sales of the entire league, so he will be getting a percentage of that. And then when it comes to MLS and Apple TV, he will be getting a percentage of the MLS season pass revenue because he will of course be boosting those numbers himself as well. And this is an interesting detail to me because when you look at it, Apple TV spent $2.5 billion on a deal for the next decade to broadcast MLS games. And when you look back on it now, you can tell for sure that they knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to get Messi. That was the plan all along. And I'm sure that they knew at the time of that deal, about 6 months ago, that Messi had a very high likelihood of coming to MLS. They are a huge part of getting this deal over the line for the league. Now, the exact percentages and details in what Messi is set to receive from Apple and Adidas is yet to be determined because, of course, these contracts are still yet to be signed and approved. This is just so far an announcement from Messi, and this is something important to remember because although Jorge Messi, his father, and of course his representative, is set to fly to Miami and sort all these things out as I record this, MLS is a single entity league. And what that means is that unlike Europe, player contracts are not with the individual club, but instead they are actually with the league. So while there are of course many players, including Miami, MLS, Apple TV, Adidas, and of course Messi himself, all of that needs to get sorted. And once those contracts are signed, it still needs to be sent to the league for approval, all of which should not be a problem and will not be a problem, but the details of all of this are still yet to be sorted out because of those tiny little details and wrinkles that MLS as a league poses. With all that being said, the closest contract that we can really compare Messi's to is that of David Beckham when he came to MLS, and he was paid $255 million over 5 years. Messi's contract will surely not be that long, but the wages should be higher on a per year basis. And of course, David Beckham got to purchase Inter Miami itself for only $25 million, which at this point is an absolute robbery. So it will be interesting because the last piece of this is that Messi himself will be given a stake in Inter Miami, which will include the new stadium that they are building. So Messi will not only have a stake in the team, but in the new stadium as well. And it will be interesting to see exactly what that percentage is. Hey, are you a Messi fan looking to get into MLS now that he's in Miami? Well, this is the place for you because as an MLS journalist, I'll be providing you coverage all season long. So hit that subscribe button and join me. Thank you so much, and back to the video. And there are also a few of what I would call non-contract incentives bringing Messi to Miami, which is basically just bringing his friends along with him. He will be hand-picking the next Inter Miami coach, essentially, as the next manager will be Tata Martino, chosen by Messi, of course, due to his favorable relationship with his father, Jorge. But it's also not a bad decision in itself because Tata is a perfect fit. He has, of course, success in MLS previously, including with Inter Miami's striker, Josef Martinez, where he won MLS Cup and more at Atlanta United together. Then on the field, rumors are already starting to swirl about Messi bringing his friends to Miami, of course, from Europe. The main name popping up being Sergio Busquets, who looks very likely to join Messi in Miami, while the team will also go after the likes of Angel Di Maria, Luis Suarez, and Leandro Paredes to, of course, satisfy Messi and give him what he wants in Miami. All of those players are free agents outside of Luis Suarez, and so we could look at this is what Miami could potentially look like at the end of the season. Of course, all of these signings would be essentially impossible to actually pull off based on MLS roster restrictions, but a couple of them are likely to come, so it gives you an idea of what Miami are capable of with Messi. And with that, I think it should be looked at what this actually means for the entire league. Obviously, it will boost the worldwide exposure of the league, but when you look at within the league, you look at already the ticket prices, any game that Messi may play when he has arrived has already gone up in price from about $100 to about $500, whether that's at home or away. Additionally, the social media following for Inter Miami has already over doubled. In fact, the Instagram account of Inter Miami now has more followers than the league Instagram account, which just shows you the draw of internationally that Messi will bring to the league. And I think that sums up pretty well the excitement and the ripple effect of what Messi coming to Miami could mean for MLS and of course season pass when people buy that around the world, because it is of course available in every country for anybody who wants to come and watch Messi play. They will then have access to all of the rest of the league and will likely tune in for more games and potentially get hooked on the league itself. That is of course the long-term goal of the league. But please let me know, how big of a deal do you think this is for MLS? Is this the biggest moment in MLS history? What will it mean for Miami? Will they be able to go and win trophies now? Of course, being in last place at the time of the signing, there is so much to discuss. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.